So basically, this is me setting up 5 new tunes. You see 4 right there. Let's just shove this over here for a moment. So basically, you can see here that I've got 5 new tunes, 5 new monks that I'm going to set up here. I just created them, so the only thing I'll say is what I'm using is ISboxer and Jamba, the Jamba add-on. You can get Jamba from Curse, and ISboxer, you can search that, but I'll have there are links in my Twitch page below the video, and I will put links into the description when I upload it to YouTube, so you can check there for both of those. I strongly suggest using ISboxer. It is the best program out there for multi-boxing MMOs. So Warcraft is not the only one that you can multi-box with. Go check it out, get it, buy it, subscribe to it, all that lovely stuff. And then through your Curse app, you can also download the Jamba add-on, or there is a link below. Like I said, you can click on that. And that's like your go-between between the game and ISboxer and all of your commands. So it makes life, both of those two programs make your life easy when it comes to multi-boxing. So the first thing I do is, obviously, I create my characters here, and I log in to them all. So that way, once they're all logged in, they've created their own what the fuck folders in the BattleNet folder. That way that the tune is recorded. You know, when I go to set up my team here in a minute through the ISboxer toolkit, it'll know those tunes. Otherwise, I'd have to punch in a lot of information all manually.
The great cataclysm has shattered more than just the world. War Chief Thrall, arguably the most powerful living shaman, has left his people behind so that he might stop the cataclysm at its source.
Through all this.
Yet, in his absence, the Orc champion Garrosh Hellscream has become the Horde's new war chief. Though popular amongst the Orcs for his victories against the Lich King, Garrosh's reckless leadership has begun to cause a rift between himself and the other leaders of the Horde. With Durotar's natural resources nearly depleted, Garrosh seeks to take whatever his people need to survive, regardless of who stands in his way. A dangerous new era for the Horde has dawned, and it falls to brave Orcs like you to uphold the will of the new war chief and assure the dominance of your people.
Accept that dumb quest. Don't have to.
Thrall,
I'm just doing
for
it
the
to get it out of the way
Horde.
here. Anyways, so I got lots of error messages. My UI is all screwed up. So now what I'm going to do is log out of these, because it's just no good. It's just no good being logged in right now with them. This is what I do. Just log out of them. Yeah, I have to actually exit them. Exit right out of there. Close it. So get out of there. So they're all closed down. Alrighty, so now over onto my monitor 2 here. I bring up the ISboxer toolkit by Lavish Software, and I'm just going to go straight in. I'm going to use the so basically you'll notice they should be in there now. maybe not. Anyways, let's see. So we go into quick wizard setup. We're gonna go down to Warcraft. These are all your games. You put in the game that you're playing. I'm playing Warcraft. So now all my characters are on Nazjatar, and there they are. Now if I didn't log into them, they wouldn't be there. So that's why I logged into them and then logged out. So basically now I just have to go through and add them basically. I'm just adding my email in here for the main BattleNet. Now I have to figure out which one is, there's the other one. So I've got 2 on one BattleNet and the other. So now that's pretty much all I'm doing in there. Now if you're having issues with your DirectX, you might want to change it to a lower one, but I've got it. The default one works just fine here today. So we're just going to go with the default. But that's the only other thing I would change in there, if anything. Like if I was having issues launching them and whatnot, and I would be probably directed to change that, or I know now from past experiences. So now I can add in the other. The other BNet email. Add that guy. Add that guy. And add that guy. So this is just it. What I'm doing there is I'm just, you know how when you log in you got multiple names on one account. There's 1, 2, 3, whatever. So that's what I'm changing that to, so it knows which one that I want to be logged in. So there you go. I've got my 5 guys picked as my team there. So now I just click next. Give them a good name, whatever, 5 monks. And in here is where you play around with your monitor settings, where how you're gonna have them sitting. In here, this drop down box will give you a whole whack of different ones that you can choose from. I personally like to play. So basically you see how it's going on to my smaller monitor here. I don't want the 4 accounts on the smaller one. I want them all over here. So to do that, I've got to go to use monitors, click this little deal, take 3 and drop that down, click OK. And now when I go find that, see now it's putting everything on the left one on the screen too. That's where I want it. And that's how I like it. Swapping main aspects. So that way it keeps the aspects the same no matter when I'm swapping. If I click over here, because 1 dies, I click on the 5 so he can take control of the team. 5 will switch over here, 1 will go over there, and they keep the aspects in those slots. That's the best way I can explain it. But I'm a meathead. I'm going to take you through a quick, easy setup. Once you get familiar with ISboxer and Jamba and you become more advanced, you can definitely tweak things to make things work a lot smoother and a lot more efficiently and way better. So, but I'm just here showing you what I do to get set up and started up right off the hop. So this stuff, I generally don't play with this because I'm not knowledgeable enough, and although this basically, it explains it, you know what I mean? It's the load you're putting on your CPU and whatnot and your GPU, and it gives it a different strategy. I'm sure you can go watch one of Marai's videos, Multiboxology, and he'll explain all of that in way better detail. Anyway, so I just pretty much leave it the way it is because it'll pick the best setting for your computer. So I just leave that. If you want to change it, you can. You got your frame rates. You can restrict that, but your background ones. But there's different ways I use to lower the frame rates. I don't have the greatest computer, but I can run it. And again, there are a few things in here I've tweaked. I've set my hotkey F3 to toggle the broadcasting on and off while I'm in game. So that's what I've done here. You just click here, and now you just hit the key you want to bind there, and you click OK. So I've bound it to F3. The other thing I like to do is to start with the toggle, the broadcasting toggle affects on all windows. It starts on, it affects when I when I toggle it. It'll toggle it for all of the accounts, so that broadcast is on for all of them. This helps me later on in the game when I'm farming things. So the other thing, I generally don't. You can change all of the hotkey settings in here to what you want. There are restrictions, you know, and they pretty much they explain to you which ones, you know, as you go through here. There's like tips and whatnot. Plus, there's lots of videos that explain more of these panels in detail. I'm just taking you through, like I said, a quick setup of the way I do it. So the other thing I like to do is I enable auto interact with target with broadcasting, the basic keys, which are, you know, 1 through equals blah blah blah. I am actually going to change this interact with target button to T, because I like to use R to run, to auto run. So I'm changing that to T. And then the other thing, I've got my follow target, or follow me and follow target buttons on F1, and assist is on F2. So that way, if my melee characters ever go off in a weird run away from whatever I'm attacking, I can just quickly hit F1, F2, and F1 and F2, and then they'll come back to me and continue attacking. It's just my workaround, because, like I said, I don't set up things in a more advanced way. Again, T, because I like to have that. I like to have certain buttons close to my hand, where my hands are sitting while I'm playing. So, and T is right there by my finger. So is R, by the way. I don't use a normal keyboard, but still, same thing on a normal keyboard. But that's pretty much all I'll do there. If I want to focus a target, my main will click on it, and then either I hit, if I'm going to attack it, they will all attack it. Otherwise, I would just hit F1, F2, and then they would focus that target that I've got. So anyways, now I've got that finished, kind of somewhat explained. You can, of course, you can go into the advanced options and get way more options in there. I don't do that. You can change the different configuration styles as well. I stick with the MMO standard. And click just finish. So there you go. Now I've got my team kind of, it's set up in there. ISboxer knows that I want to set up a team. So I need to send that, export it out to the actual ISboxer program running in the background here. So let's save that. And then I just export all to inner space, which is the little program you run in the background. I just keep clicking yes right here. And now it says it's configured successfully. There we go. So now if I go into my character sets, you'll see I got 5 monks there. Now I usually create a desktop icon, and it fires it onto the desktop, as you can see here. So there you go. Now that's the other thing. I also found that if I just try to log into those right now, all the information for the emails will be probably just one. It'll be the same one all the way through, unless I exit it out. And I also closed out ISboxer over there as well. So now I fire my interspace up. Well, I've got it on my start bar, so we don't need to click it there. Anyway, so now I fired up the ISboxer interspace back up, and now I can click on this, and if I'm correct, when they launch, they should all launch with their correct information in the emails instead of just the same one all the way through. At some point here. Yeah, they're gonna have custom in there. Okay, well, or maybe not. Yeah, I think it does that the first time, and then I log in normally. As long as the emails are all right, I'll know on this next one that launches. No. Okay, so my emails are all screwy. Alright, that didn't work. Never mind that last little trick, and I guess I didn't have to exit out. I think I have to log in the first time. Once I log in the once, it'll be proper the next time I launch the team. It'll have all that information in there. I'll double check. So yes, I'll go through all this process. It's just what I do to make sure everything's running nice. And like I said, this is just your basic setup. This will get you running around killing shit anyway, and then you'll start thinking about the things that would work, make things run smoother. All right, so as you can see, it's got the same account, email account, and every one of them, which sucks. The only one, this main one, is the only one that says custom to it. Weird. So anyways, I'm going to log into those. I'm just going to flip you over to this page here for a moment. Oh, by the way, I might as well show you this. I can show you this. So basically, I can hit Control Alt and Shift plus G, and it should open up this window, the configuration panel. There we go. There's the configuration panel, and as you can see, here's the broadcast toggle. And now if I hit Control Alt Shift F, it'll bring up the formations toggle for me. So I'll just stick those down there for now, side by each. Nice. Then I'll click the sync, visible menu positions, and then save all positions. Then I can hit Control Alt Shift G to close out that menu. And now I can turn off, this left one is your key maps, and then the right one is your broadcast toggle. So I'll turn off the key maps, turn on broadcasting. So now each WOW has its own mouse and pointer, so I can click on the password, and I can just type in my password. Hit enter, turn the broadcast toggle off. Of course, I'm using my F3 to do that. So as you see now, it's popping up. It wants me to pop in these numbers, and this is where I'm going to flip you over here. So now if you had your key maps on when you typed in that email, your password there, it would just you'd put a bunch of gobbledygook in there and it'd be the wrong password. You just have to retype it. So turn off your key maps before you do that. Oh, I guess only one of those would have worked anyway because they would have been the right emails. So I've got to re-enter those. I just wanted to show you that one. Once you get it all set up, that's quick. That's the quick and easy way of logging in. Remember that I only have to do this once. After this, it'll have the proper email in there. I won't have to go through this jerkiness. Oops. I just tried to punch in an authenticator number into the password and it hit enter. A little slow. Forgive me. I'm old. Old guy is old is what I'm told. Oh, you know what? I just logged into the wrong one. Jesus cripes. Sorry, bear with me. I'll eventually get logged in here. Logging in doesn't take this long after you've got your team set up, trust me. I should already be logged in. Soon. Down to one account I gotta log in here. Alrighty, now, as you can see, I'm all logged back into them. Jesus, that took forever, fuck. Turn broadcasting back on with my F3. Click enter world. Turn broadcasting off. Turn the key maps back on. Again, I just clicked on the left one of this icon to turn the key maps back on. It's pretty easy to tell when you've got one of them on or off. Alright, shove that up there. Alright, so there you go. I've got the team made, they're all logged in. So the next thing I need to do is get them all in a group. I'm going to walk out here, zoom out a little bit, and click the formation button for the line. Zoom, and there they are. So I just invite them all. So there, now they're all in my party, I do believe. Let's move this over here. Spy. Alright, so there's my team. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to set up Jamba on the main tune. First thing I want to do is create a new profile for this team, or else you're going to have like 60 million profiles in there. By doing this, they kind of condense into one. It saves on memory. Not huge difference, but it's nice. Makes things easy when you're looking for things. So I'll just call this 5 monks. Not T5 monks, but 5 monks. What's going on here? For some reason it wants to put a T in front of that 5. I don't know why. Actually, you know what? Just call it monks. Jesus Christ. How's that? Click OK. So now, there's 2 ways you can do this. This is the way I was normally doing it, and I would have issues when I went to go to invite the team members next time. And you see how one name is white, the rest are all green? Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that. If they're green, you're going to have issues. If they're any other color than white, you're going to have issues. So how I add them is I toggle broadcast on /P space to tuck into party, laugh. So there they all laugh. That way I turn off broadcasting. Now I've got all their names right there. So I can just click and add them individually. Control C to copy, Control V to paste, accept. See that? Now his name's white. Do the same thing for the other 2 or 3. Wrong button. There we go. Control C, Control V, accept. Again, so add. So I'm holding Control, left clicking the name, then holding Shift and right clicking the name. Copy and paste. Oh yeah, I guess you can't see my thing down there. Anyways, I had all their names in the chat, so I'm just kind of left clicking, right clicking to get their names that I could copy and paste it. And then just add them. So Control left click, then Shift right click, and then I just highlight their name, Control C to copy, then Control V up here to paste it there and accept it. So there you go, all their names are white. Oh yeah. So now all I do is now I'll do the same thing with the main character's name is control left click, control shift right click, and then highlight, control C to copy it. And now why I've done that is so that I can go to each of the other tunes and kind of do similar thing. Jamba, profile, monks, click OK, team, go to core team, add, control V, accept. I click on him, I set him as master, I move him up. So my master is always on the top. Now I don't change because I'm clicking screens, because whatever screen I turn on to click on, that's who it sets master to, and it'll do that because of the settings, ISboxer and blah 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 blah. It does it. Do the third one. Open up Jamba. Go to profiles, monks, click OK, core team, add, control V, accept, set him as master, move him up. Same thing, and add-ons, no, wrong one. Derp derp derp. Interface, add-ons, Jamba, profiles, monks, team, core, add, paste, master, up, last one, add-ons, nah, man, see I'm derpy, interface, add-ons, Jamba, even I keep saying that, doesn't help, doesn't stick in my head, monks, team, add, control V to paste, accept, make him the master, up. Alright, so there we go. Now, I can do one of two things. I can do the same thing on the other 4 tunes in the bottom corner there and add the other 3 names, and they'll all be white, which would be probably a good thing. So I'm sure if I don't do that, I'll face problems later on. So let's just copy and paste. Oh, no. You know what? I'm not even going to do it that way. Let's not screw it. Let's save some time. So now on the basically what I do on this main, on the master here, is set up my Jamba. Set up my Jamba the way I want it. So I just go through and I click all of these. I like to set the loop method to free for all whenever I invite my team. And now I push those settings. So now it sends all those settings over to the other tunes, and the only one it doesn't like to do is except for battle tag friends. I don't understand why. There is that issue. Anyway, so I'll just go through and manually click that because it pisses me off, and I don't feel like broadcasting and just doing one click. I'll just go through it. Now they're all the same. So next thing I'll do is display team. I do not like to see display team. Push that setting and it turns off the team on the rest. See, this is where you get into more advanced settings. If you want to take the time and set up the teams to look and make them look nice like the other big multi-boxers, like Rido Saw, you know, Rags, all those guys, you know, they take the time. Ebony, Mirai, they all set up their UIs really nicely in here, so they take the time and just play with the little things in here. Lots of stuff you can toy with, but just for speed's sake, we're gonna just turn that off and leave it as it is. For auto follow after combat, I only like to be warned when they're outside of ranged. I also like to follow strobing. Always use the master as the strobe target, and then I'll push that setting. So now it sets that on all the other Jambas. And the reason why it does that is because they've all had the master put in there properly. Oh, look at that. It actually added the teams properly on the other ones. Nice. As you can see, they're all white. Awesome. Okay, good. I've had issues with that in the past, but apparently that's been a bug that's worked out. Anyway, so now I'm off to quest. Auto accept, master auto share whenever he takes one. Push that setting. Quest completion. I just go tune chooses the same reward as the team because they're all monks. I only do that if the makeup of my team are all the identical classes. So I'll push that setting. Quest tracker. I unhide Blizzard's objective tracker, push settings, and then disable the Jamba tracker. I don't know. I just call me an old dog. I like the way that looks the old way. I don't know. I mean, there is. I'm sure Jamba, the quest tracker for Jamba is way better if you just take the time and go through all these settings and set it up. But again, for speed's sake, I'm just trying to show you how I set up a team really quick, and I could be off killing something. Well, it's not really quick, but quick enough. So anyways, I've pushed that setting. Next thing I'll do is go to the merchant, go to sell, automatically sell items, sell great items, push settings. Now you can again change things to get it to sell even more, whatever. I don't play with anything in here. I like to auto repair. That's already all set on them all. Interaction. Okay, so some multi-boxers like to have this little box, the item box. So if you got a quest and there's an item that you got to use to complete the quest, that item will go in that box. Some people like that there. But because I use the old quest log system there, it'll have it beside the name, and I just use that. So I will turn that off, and that clicks that for everything. Push that setting. Don't do anything here. Tune taxi. Now you can, change some things in here with the like your tunes, your tune warnings. I don't care if my bags are full. I usually know when they're full. So I don't like to hear that when every time you try to pick something up. Hate that noise. Wish I knew how to turn that off. Anyways, push those settings. Tune requests. Now you can deny people bugging you, for guild invites or group invites and whatever. You can auto deny those. But I'm just not going to touch them right now. Of course, lots of stuff with trade and currency that you can play with in there, and play with the how messages. If somebody's trying to talk to one of your slaves, you can change settings in there how that reacts, whether it all pushes. The way it is automatically is if somebody talks to one of my slaves, it'll just tell the master that, hey, somebody's trying to talk to him, and it'll send that message to me, and I'll know what they're saying. So that's basically the Jamba setup that I use. Hit my broadcast so I can close, and there you go. So now Jamba is set up. If I hit my F1, F2, they all follow, come to me. Just all easy peasy. I'll just zoom out a little bit on this main one so you can see a little bit more. See how they all follow me. And now I go over here, and if I hit T, they all target that. And I'm just spamming one. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. They're all hitting. There you go. Nice, nice. So the other thing I like to do is toggle broadcast on, hit my C, and turn these stupid titles off. So that's that. So now the next step for me is my UI, because as you can see it's all screwy. So the first thing I'll do is unlock my chat window so I can move it around and make it nice and small, just like you see. And I'll just kindly shove that in the corner down there. And the other thing I'll do now is Control-Alt-Shift-G to open this back up, and I'll pull these over here so they'll hide underneath my chat pane. I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. As soon as I get them moved over here. There you go. So that's where I've set these up right here. That's the first thing I'll do. So that's pretty much all I'll do over in that corner. So now I can hit my Control-Alt-Shift-G to close that out. I need to be on that window to have it active, so I can do that. All right. Now, of course, there are certain keys that I've got that I'll show you where I've added that here in a second. Keys that I've added so that I can jump. So they all sheathe and unsheathe their weapons. I'll show you how to do that here in a second. Anyways, what other keys do I have specifically bound? Anyways, so there's issues if you're going to be using the F keys as hotkeys. There's a couple of them that you might have issues with because ISboxer already claims those and uses those for whatever they use it for. It explains it well. If you read into the finer details of things. But so what I do, the F keys that I do use that don't give me any issues is F4. Well, I've got F1 to F3, which is my F1 is target the main character. Second one is assist the main character, and like whoever's got focus on the big screen here. And then 3 toggles my broadcasting on and off. And then so I use F4 through F10 as, just whatever I want to put in as keybinds. I can quickly hit one of them if I need something. I don't know. Usually I'll put like say F10 will be my Hearthstone. That kind of a thing. You'll see. Anyways, so the next thing I do is because I use an add-on for the Razor Naga, I have the Razor add-on that will also allow me to play with my UI. So first thing I'll do is I'll click my character specific binding, close that out, right click this. So basically I've already made a profile that fits my stream nicely. We'll just steal it off of the Rogue. Normally I'll just create my UI and then save it as the actual class name, so that way it cuts down on how many things are listed here, or how many different profiles are in here. But for some reason I made this one Rogue Dr. Stabby. I didn't save it as Rogue, but I know that's the good one, so I'm going to copy it, click OK. So now I can just kind of tweak things a little bit. And the one thing I'm going to do is move my menu over here, my bags. So there's my menu and my bags. These grayed out ones, they're not visible unless I make them so, but I don't want them visible. These guys rarely ever have a pet, so I'm just going to hide this in behind my screen over here. And if I need to click, if they actually do get a pet and I need to click it, I can. It'll be over there. Anyways, so now that I've got my UI set up, that'll save me a lot. See, that saves me a lot of time having that already pre-set up. Otherwise, I would have to take 20 minutes, half an hour there just setting this stupid thing up. But I do notice that there are a couple hotkeys in the wrong spot, so I gotta go shift left click on the Naga mini map button, and these three buttons are keybinds are in the wrong spot. I want them right here. And my F keys are set up for a solo rogue, so, and I don't want them there either. I don't use those anyway, so I'll put them over here. And then I need a couple more right here. And then I click OK. Now I've got this set up the way I want. Oh, I know one thing I don't need over here. I'll leave that there actually. I was going to take that bar out of there, but I'm going to leave it. So now I can right click my Naga mini map, go to profiles for that, and go save. Type it monk. There, now it's saved it as monk. And any monk that I ever make from this point forward will use that setup. Click OK. So there's my UI setup. I don't have actually an artifact weapon yet, so I can get rid of that. So that's my UI setup. And basically I do the same thing for all the other ones. I guess what else I'll do is pull my Hearthstone into 10, close that, hit C. I haven't got any. Of course I'll put my heirlooms on. Know what I mean? I'll put the heirlooms on. Let's use the Shadowcraft. Armor. Shadowcraft. one-handed swords? Is that what they use? I thought I had the well, apparently they use swords. They're the same thing, so I'll just create 2 of those. Create me a ring. Necklace. Trinket. And trinket. So there's my heirlooms. What the hell is he using anyway? Hand wraps. Hand wraps. Okay, I guess I should be using the fist weapons. That means I need to get me some new I need to go into the arena to get those. Well, otherwise, he'll just use the swords. I don't care. So anyways, that's that guy. Yeah. So now I can bring the void, touch of the void down to F4. Actually, let's move it over here. The other thing I'd like to do over here is, how come it's not? Yeah, there we go. My heel. Yeah, let's put the heel there and my F4 over there. So that's that. Actually, let's put the heel right there. Put that down there. That's that. That's my UI. Now basically, I'll do the same thing on the other 4. And then, yeah, things will work. I'm up and running. There you go. That's your quick and basic dirty setup. See how they're over there and they won't follow me because they started attacking? That's when I hit my F1, F2. But boom, they just keep following me and now they're going to assist me on the next target. But just to make sure everything's working, we come over here.
Blood and thunder.
If I hit T, yeah, so there you go, I hit T. Yeah, for some reason interact the target doesn't want to work. They should technically go walk over there and open up the quests. But because they don't, my workaround is to just toggle broadcasting on and then line up the mouse over the quest giver on all the characters. Right click. Oh, I know why. Ha.
Go with
I know why. So I want to go toggle broadcasting on, hit my escape key twice to open up. Turn broadcasting off for a second. Switch over to this screen here. So toggle broadcasting back on. I want to go into the interface. I want to go to the game. I want to go down to mouse. And I want to click the move. Okay, so the other 3 were already set. And then click OK. Click OK. Click.
strength and honor.
Yeah, I won't go over there. Maybe if I get close enough. And then hit T. Nope, interact target does not want to work. Anyways, so hit my broadcast. toggle broadcast, hover it over the quest giver. Now it might be difficult because they're not zoomed properly. So anyways, with toggle broadcast, see, I don't need to have toggle broadcast on. I can turn it off, click complete quest, and they all complete the quest together. So to fix the toggle broadcast problem, I hit F3, zoom all the way out, zoom in to a nice even spot. Turn broadcast off. These guys need to be zoomed in one more, I think, maybe. Yeah, they all look good. Now I can zoom this main one out. At least those four are lined up now. So for instance, I walk over here to this guy, and if he was a quest giver, toggle broadcast on, see, they're all on the same character now. And it's a little easier to do the, that's how I also do my farming ore and stuff. So that's that. Yeah, that'll get you in there. So the other thing I was going to show you, as soon as it pops up here, is where I do my extra little buttons. I do believe, now they've changed things. I don't know if I've got it in the base keys. So in the base keys, I do believe I wrote this. I might not have. This might be the basic script. It may come with it. I'm pretty sure that's the basic script because the one I wrote worked for 10 characters. So basically I just expanded on what is there. So it would, right now this just works with 5 characters. Actually 4, the back 4 it moves all those, but where was it? So in the combat broadcast keys, oh no, I added them to the custom, that's what it was. Custom hotkeys. So I added my F4 through F10 in here. So basically it's just the hotkey is up here for F4. I just copied and pasted pretty much this and added a hotkey and then changed the name. And you know, bada bing bada boom, Bob's your uncle. So then I've also added my keypad on the right side of your keyboard. All the buttons pretty much except for the enter key that's on there. And then I've also added my Z button here, so that way it'll sheathe and unsheathe the weapon. And somewhere is jump, team jump or something to that effect. I forget where it was. Space bar or something like that is what it's normally set to, and that's where what I did in here. I know I have set it in there before in the past. somewhere in there is jump. There it is, all jump. So I just clicked on here and then hit spacebar and clicked OK. And it set that as a jump. So of course in here is also my follow me and assist. Interact to target should be T. That might need to be turned off. That's probably why that's not working. Anyways, yeah, those are the extra little things that I've kind of added in there. But if you're gonna add new keys and whatnot and set them up in there so they're remembered and that they'll be, you know, key cloned and passed from one account to the other, put them in here so that way it doesn't jumble up with anything else. It's nice in there. That's what the custom hotkeys are for. So basically, that's my setup. Now it's pretty much go out and kill, right? Well, right click, profiles, McDicey, it's the rogue copy. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Excuse me. So again, oh, before I start doing that, I should probably turn off the key maps, so that way the other tunes aren't doing anything. If I've got it set, so like the F10, I just set and it has a Hearthstone in it on the main tune, so I had to stop that from happening. Not he would go far, he'd just be in that stupid tunnel down there. This and this can go away, this and this can go away, and that can go away. These can go here, and that's my keypad. So I've got my my 12 buttons here on the left for my Naga. I got all of these. These are my keypads in here, and my F keys. So now I can click OK, right click, profile, save, Mulk. Okay, so now I can put this over here. I can pull this down to here. Right click this again. I like to see my buttons. See my buttons. Alrighty, so now I need to get some heirlooms on this guy. Again, let's go with the Shadowcraft. I don't even know if I'm using the right shit. But guess what? I don't give a shit. I don't care. Get all those heirlooms out. Put them on. There's 2 down. It's so nice having certain things saved. Like I've already got my profile saved, so it kind of really helps speed that process up. What did I just do? I want to copy. No, I don't want to copy that. I want to copy this. Yeah, I want to copy that. I want to take that and then go. So apparently my rogue I had set up really weird. This is normally the way I would like it set up. Now I can go save, monk, Chuck Norris, delete. Okay. Now for his heirlooms. Did I put iron feathers on that last guy? No. Okay, good. Thought I made him wear some. Oh, I think one guy doesn't have his cape on. I don't remember making a cape for that last guy. No, I didn't. Done deal. That's 3 down. Profile. Sapsalot. Copy. Okay. Wrong button. Look at that, they're not even set. Fun. What am I doing? And that's how I keybind ever so fast. CB, I need me some heirlooms. Down here, we'll put this over here, and we'll put this down here. Then I'll right click, profiles, save, monk, okay. That's 4 down, last one. Right click, profile, Dr. Pokey, copy. Okay. Wrong button. Character specific bindings. Click OK. Okay, put some heirlooms on them. Oh, here. Stupid show empty buttons. Alright, now for the heirlooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces of gear they all get. And profile, save, look, enter. There. My teams are all completely set up right there. F1, F2, jumpity jump. Oh, turn on key maps, buddy. F2, F1, jumpity jumpity. Everybody follows. Get into a V. Looky at me. Broadcast /DANCE. Boom. And there you go. So that's the manual way of doing it. Of course, I just remembered that I do have macros. Bot. Oh yeah, here we go. Crying and whining. There's a bot. You're a bot. Not a bot, meathead. Of course, I had broadcasting on. Derpy, derp, derp. Turn that off. So, anyways, so I've got a dance. And I have, what is the other one? No tooltips. We'll go down here. I have invite my team, which I'm going to put over here. Salty guy. Nope. Go learn some. Bots are automated. I am not. Go learn some, son. Big difference. Okay, salty bitch. Please do. Oh, so you watching my stream, are you? Anyways, there you go. Go be salty somewhere. Go be salty somewhere else. Anyways, that's what you get for multi-boxing. Salty people. And that's how you set that up. Of course, the other thing I like to do. Okay, he's just, look at the salty guy. He can't stop typing the word bitch. He copied and pasted it. Anyways, he's salty. Salty bitch, right there, salty bitch. Anyways, that's how you set up, how I set up my teams. The only other thing I do to tweak things would be in the interface, in the game. I like to auto loot. I do not like to know those. Turn off that. Turn off that. And keep your groups together. Display the power bars. Display class colors. Do not display the border. And boom. Use raid profile. And that's the only other thing I'll do to the other accounts. And there you go. I don't like it. Control V, turn, Control V, there you go, that's what I'll do. There you go, so that's how I set mine up. I hope that helps. If anybody's got any questions, fire them away, leave them in the comment section. I'll leave links to ISboxer and Jamba in the comment section up on my YouTube. Otherwise, there's links below this video in my Twitch. And links to my YouTube as well below there on my Twitch. Blah blah blah. Let's pull this over here so you don't see what I'm doing. Oh, I didn't have it in that folder. I've got it over in this folder. But I don't want to run it with that program. I want to run it with this program. Anyways, that's how I set my stuff up. I hope it helps you with your setup. Got any questions or comments? Don't hesitate, let me know. I'll try to help you out as best as I can. Have a good evening. Remember, please smash that like and follow button, subscribe buttons all over YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and all that lovely stuff. Smash it. Smash it hard. Smash it now. And get all your friends to do the same thing. Smash it.